Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be talking about Amazon sales and how to stop yourself from going absolutely crazy. So if you're interested in this sort of content, make sure you subscribe with your notifications turned on. Let's get into the video straight away. Kitty, 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 kitty. Whoa. Got kitties all over the place. What are you saying? So yeah, it's quite a nice day, so I thought I'd start the video outside. I'll lock them out though. So let me run upstairs. Excuse the mess, because I'm not allowed to show a mess on my videos. I get in trouble for that. Let me just pop upstairs, let me sit down, because I want to talk to you guys about, oh my god, I'm out of breath. I want to talk to you guys about keeping your mental performance like on point, because I did my event the other day. I did my event on Sunday. It is now Tuesday. I haven't got the content from it just yet. I haven't got the video content as of yet because there's about 170 or 200 gigs of video. So bear with me on that. It was an incredible event. Anyone that came, you will know. Anyway, guys, I think I might put you guys on the stand for a second. I thought I'd stand up today because I'm feeling quite energetic. I've literally been in bed for the best part of 4 days, except for the event I did on Sunday, where I just summoned all the energy I possibly could to get myself out of bed. But now we're back on form, which is all good. I'm pumped, ready to go. So what I want to talk to people, what I want to talk to you guys about today is how to stay in a kind of a mentally positive state when you're an entrepreneur, when you're in business, and particularly when you sell stuff like selling products on Amazon, right? Because what happens is I get people message me quite a lot saying like, oh, my sales aren't doing that well today. You know, it's 4 o'clock and I normally have 12 sales and I've only got 4. And, you know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. You know, the product's failing. I need to liquidate my stock. You know, what can I do to make this better? And I'll get this question quite a lot from particularly people that are newer to the game. I don't tend to get this from people that have been doing it for quite a few months, because they start to understand how things actually work. But particularly when you're new to the game, you get really worried and you get really anxious when things aren't going quite as you think they should, right? And what happens is that this can really ruin your day. And what I do is, let me go on to what I do in a second. Let me walk you through kind of why these things happen, okay? You're gonna make sales on Amazon or whatever it is you're making sales on, okay? And customers are gonna come to Amazon, they're gonna search for the product, they're gonna buy it or they're not gonna buy it. You are not really in control of that. You can do as much as you possibly can do with having a great listing, having PPC, all that sort of good stuff. But you are not in control of those customers, okay? You don't know if they're gonna buy. You don't know how many people are going on Amazon. You don't know how much advertising Amazon is doing on that particular day to bring in new customers. So sales will go up and down, right? They don't just go like that. They don't just go like that. They go like that. So some days you're gonna have incredible days and some days they're not gonna be that good. Now, the problem comes is that if the first thing you do in the morning, before you've even got ready, before you've had a coffee, before you've accomplished anything for the day, the first thing you're doing is you're looking at your phone and you're seeing how many sales you've made on Amazon in the morning, and it's, you know, none or, you know, a handful when normally it's a few. That's going to put you in a bad mood. Okay, and you're going to start second guessing yourself, thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why aren't people buying this? I need to, you know, focus on this, like, and figure out what's going on. I need to put my PPC up. I need to do all these things. And you start becoming really reactive to things that are actually outside of your control. So what often happens is you panic, right? You panic and think, oh my God, this is going crazy, I'm gonna fail. And it's a horrible feeling. I had this feeling, I've had it many, many times, and I really have to prevent myself from getting into that headspace where you panic and you stress out, okay? I'm gonna teach you how to do that at the end of this video or towards the end of this video, okay? So don't worry about that. If that's you, which it probably will be, do not worry, I will show you, I will tell you my method for this, okay? And it works. And what happens is that day, you'll then focus on what you can do about something that's happened in the past, right? You can't affect the sales that have or have not happened in the past. There is nothing you can do about it. It's happened, forget about it, right? It has happened. What you can do is affect the sales that happen in the future. But to a certain extent, you can't really affect the sales on that particular day because you're going to be too reactive. You're going to be making emotional decisions rather than logical decisions. And ultimately, that's going to end up in you making mistakes, right? It's going to make you do things that you otherwise wouldn't do because you're making changes on an emotional basis. You're saying, oh, I want to make more sales today because I haven't done enough this morning, so I'm going to increase my budgets, and oh, Amazon's used all my budget, but I haven't made any extra sales, this, that, and the other, and you stress yourself out even more. And I see this time and time again. It's happened to me so many times, so I know how you guys feel. So instead, what you need to be doing is, rather than focusing on what's happened in the past, which of course you can't affect, and even to a certain extent what is happening right now, because really you can't really affect that either, what you want to focus on is what you can do for tomorrow. So what can you do today that is going to increase tomorrow's sales, next week's sales, next month's? So when you look at it on a monthly basis in terms of how much you're making monthly, then as long as that needle is going in the right direction, whichever direction that will be, as long as that's pointing in the right direction, you're in a good space, right? If 1 week is low, but the other 3 are good, then it doesn't really matter. However, that 1 week where the sales are low, you're going to be pulling your hair out. And what I want you to do by the end of this video is not be in that headspace where you're stressing out about something that sometimes is just completely out of your control. And there's no point being stressed about something that is out of your control, right? So let me tell you about what I do, okay? The first major thing that I did, okay? The first major thing is I deleted the Seller Central app off my phone, okay? You may be thinking, you are crazy, Johnny. You are absolutely mental. Why would you do that when it's your business? The reason is, if it's on my phone, I check it constantly. And I see how many sales I've done, right? And if that's in the morning, if that's in the afternoon, if that's in the evening, I'll check it. And the amount of sales that I am generating affects my mood. I can go from a fantastic mood to a really horrible, abysmal mood within about 5 seconds of checking the app. If it's not where I want it to be, right, based upon my own feelings at that particular time, I get in a bad mood. On the flip side of that as well, if I wake up in the morning and I've done more sales than normal, right, I think, oh, fantastic, great, I don't have to do anything today, right? And that's the wrong attitude to take. The wrong attitude is not to be looking at something and saying, well, it's good today, so I don't have to do anything, or it's bad today, so I need to do everything, right? They're the 2 things you don't want to do. You always want to work on your business, regardless of what the sales are today. You want to work on your business so the sales are better tomorrow. Right? Does that make sense to you guys? Right? You want to do work on the business today so that the sales will be better tomorrow, right? In the future. So the first thing I did was delete the Amazon Seller Central app off my phone, and my God, it made an instantaneous difference on my own headspace, right? I would go to the gym in the morning and I wouldn't be thinking about sales. I wouldn't be thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do today to get more? Or I wouldn't be thinking to myself, oh, I can relax today because I haven't got to do anything. I've already made loads of sales. That means the rest of the day is going to go really well, which is obviously not the case. The rest of the day could absolutely tank. So the first big change that I noticed is just, honestly, I enjoyed it a lot more, right? I enjoyed it because I wasn't having those down times when there is really no reason to be worried at all. Because sometimes you might have a rubbish morning, but the afternoon and evening pick up really fast and you have a great day. In which case you think to yourself, why the hell was I ever worried this morning? Like, why was I stressing out about this? Because this evening is absolutely fine. It's actually better than a normal day. Because you can't tell what's going to happen, right? So that's the first thing, delete it off your phone. The second thing I do is, when I do check sales, I do it on my computer. Okay, the reason is I have to go into this room, right? I sit on my computer and I log into Seller Central and I check the sales. I go in there and that is my purpose. I check the sales, I look at my advertising and all that sort of good stuff, right? And I maybe spend 10, 15 minutes a day just doing that, just checking in on things, checking reviews, all that sort of stuff, okay? I do that most days. I don't do it every single day. I just do it most days, as much as, just when I can, okay? And that's just checking. Obviously, I work on the Amazon business as well as that. But just checking the sales once a day, try not to do it on weekends. And the reason is again, I want to do it at the end of the day, so it just doesn't affect my mood throughout the day. It doesn't affect my productivity throughout the day. It's just something at the end of the day, you know, if it was good, it was good. If it was bad, it was bad. Like, fine, just be what it is, right? So that's the second thing I did, is check in the evening, or at least check, you know, after you've accomplished everything that you want to accomplish for the day. If you've got a list of things you need to accomplish, do those things first, right? Don't log on to Seller Central. I know how tempting it is just to type it into the search bar and just press enter. I know how tempting it is. I've done it many times myself. Just try not to do it. And then after you've done all the things you need to do, after 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever it may be, then go and check your sales, okay? That's really, really important. And honestly, guys, if you do this, it's really going to help you. Okay? It's really, really going to help you. That means you can focus on where your time is most productive, right? If you have to work on your listing and you have to do things, you've got to work on getting more reviews, that's fine. You're going to have to log into Seller Central. You'll see your sales and all that sort of stuff. But you don't need to be doing that every single day, right? But normally people will check their Seller Central app multiple times a day, right? And always be checking it, always swiping down. And I know if you're selling on Amazon, you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, I do that all the time. I drain my battery literally doing that. The first thing I do and the last thing I do at night, the first thing I do in the morning and the last thing I do at night is check my sales. And I'm telling you guys, stop doing it, okay? Just stop doing it. It's not healthy for you. I've learned this by my own, you know, months and months and months of doing this. I've learned that over the past, I guess it's the past 3 months or so I've been doing this. Yeah, I think it's about 3 months. About the past 3 months, maybe a little bit less than that, I've been doing this, and it's made a ginormous impact on just my own mindset throughout the day and my own productivity. So I'm telling you guys, if you are currently selling on Amazon, and particularly if you're new to the game, because this is when this is going to affect you most, because you don't know what's around the corner. You don't know, or you haven't seen that sales go up and down throughout the year, throughout the month, throughout the week, throughout the day. So if this is you, then first of all, it's okay to get stressed out. It's completely normal. There's nothing, everyone does it. No one is immune from this. Even like myself, where I'm actively trying to not do these things, when I do look at them, and if they are good, I still have that feeling of, oh, they're really good, I don't need to do anything. And if they're bad, I always think, oh, they're bad, what shall I do? I still go through that. I will continue to go through that. It's a completely normal human behavior, I personally believe, but there are lots of things you can do to prevent that from happening. I think the first thing is to detach yourself from the reports and from looking at those sales. It really, really does make a big difference. Please take my advice on this, because it will help improve your mindset throughout the day. I can't stress that enough. The same thing goes for things like reviews, right? Checking reviews in the morning. Although you want to be checking your reviews, you know, to make sure there's no bad ones, and if there's good ones, to reply to them. Doing it in the morning or throughout your day, if you're working, if you do it on your lunch break and you're checking, it's going, and if you have a bad review, if you get a 1-star review, that is going to ruin your day, right? You're going to be thinking about that. And I had a chat with Jansen. You guys might know him. He's been on the channel before. One of the students, does incredibly well. And he was saying to me at the meetup, I think he was saying it to me, or we had a chat about it, I can't remember when, mind of a bit like a sieve at the moment. And he was saying that he went out to a play or to the theatre with his girlfriend, and he saw that he got like a 1-star review during the performance, or at like half time. And the rest of the time he was watching this play, all he was thinking about was this customer that left this bad review, and it ruined his experience of, you know, the theatre, of going to this play. And that will happen. It will consume your mind as soon as you start looking at it. So if you've got other things to do, if you want to stay productive, then honestly, guys, don't look at it until you have finished being productive for the day, and then go on and work on those things that will affect your mindset, like the reviews, like the sales, all that sort of good stuff. Right, guys, if you want me to continue sharing kind of tips like this, kind of like productivity hacks, because really this is a productivity hack and more of like a mindset hack as well. If you want me to continue sharing little tips like this with you guys, let me know down in the comments. Smash the like button, obviously, so I know that you like the video. The other thing I want to ask you guys is that, do you want to see a little bit more car content on the channel? Because I may be doing some kind of e-com deals, or not e-com deals, some, I guess, physical inventory deals on kind of car related stuff. And obviously I'm now joined up with a racing team with Hydrofuel, so I wanted to bring you some more stuff from that, and a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to see more car content, guys, let me know down below, because it's something that I'm really passionate about, something I'm really interested in. I know I could like crank out loads of content, so if you want that, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will start creating some nice stuff for you. So guys, hopefully you have enjoyed that video. Hopefully it's going to help you and provide you a lot of value and help enrich your life. If you like this sort of content, of course, make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.